Alright, trying a new camera. Yay! Anyway, so yeah, I did this video a few days ago, and yeah, the camera format wasn't good enough to do this video, I guess, or whatever. So anyway, forget about it. Didn't work out. So we'll do it again, second time. So now that I've heard the whole video and the context, and it's just, these young Turks, right? Okay, so yeah, they were interesting for what, about 5 minutes. That's about how much of them I've watched. And it's all these stories about, what did the stupidest or craziest person on earth do today? And so it's just show news. So anyway, the newspapers picked up a story from Loma Linda Hospital, which is some sort of Seventh-day Adventist religious kookery hospital. Anyway, and so yeah, the pop culture picked up the story because they were doing research, and they found, even though they're vegetarians, they found, the previous year study, they found that vegetarians live 10 years longer, but this time they found that vegetarians have lower sperm count, right? But the joke is, right, there's only 7 vegans in the study, and only 20 vegetarians, and 468 meat eaters, or whatever the number is, right? So, I mean, it's just junk science all over the place. No one's reporting that this is preposterous junk science, and a hospital should be ashamed of itself even releasing results based on that kind of junk as a sample. And so anyway, this is just an example of what's wrong with news. Because even the not conventional news just falls into conventional traps, right? I mean, she's a conventional trap, right? The same old bullshit. Put the tart on the news, then have your little happy conversation about the news, editorialize in some grotesquely ignorant manner, which the guy will do, and you're just like, what the fuck? You can't do better than this. I mean, this is the what's the word for that? The not the regular. This isn't the standard, supposed to be controlled by the media and the Jews and all that kind of shit news. It's just as bad. So anyway, let's play some of this shit. And then we'll just say, oh, look at that piece of shit. Oh, that was a preposterous piece of shit.
Has released a study implying that if you are a vegetarian and you are a male, you are likely to have a lower sperm count. Doesn't mean that you're going to have a difficult time getting a woman pregnant. Doesn't mean that you're sterile.
Yeah, it doesn't mean shit, actually. That's another thing, they don't even, this whole sperm count thing, it's by milliliter percentages, which is kind of stupid. They don't even measure your gross production. And as for activity of sperm, if they sit around a while, they get kind of, So if you're a guy and you haven't cleaned the pipes in a while, yeah, you're going to have a lot of lazy sperm. And so, number one, these are people in a hospital in the study, right? So they're at the hospital for some reason, and they're really just nuts, likely. Not really a good sample. Not the average. So anyway, continue. Silly person.
But you could have a lower sperm count. Let me give you the details of this study. Now, vegetarian participants in the study were found to have sperm counts of 50 million sperm per milliliter compared to 70 million sperm per milliliters in meat eaters. In addition to the lower sperm count,
again, 5 vegans in the survey. 5.
The percentage of sperm actively mobile in the samples taken from vegetarian men was significantly lower at 30%. Meat eaters had an average sperm mobility.
Right. Now look, they've done other surveys too, if you do any research on this kind of subject, and Harvard did another poor study, again on patients at the hospital. But they speculate that it's the pesticides, on vegetables and fruits. So you got to pick, what you're eating as a vegetarian carefully. And then there's always the soy issue, right? Soy is full of estrogen, not really a great male hormone. So, I mean, this is just such a crock of crap.
Of 60%. Can I just tell you something fun? I'm obviously a woman.
So we did the ha-ha thing twice.
and this doesn't impact me at all, but after I read this study, I went to a Mexican restaurant and had carne asada.
What's a carne asada? What is that? Some kind of cow? Pig? Frog? What the fuck's a carne asada? What the fuck? Could you make references that are at least comprehensible? Oh, I went to Puerto Rico and ate a frog. Or something.
I was like, I gotta get my amino acids and my protein.
Yeah, apparently there's some sort of dead stuff in that. Right? I guess. Get my protein. See, you could just go with this crap forever and ever in terms of arguments, right? I mean, just spread the ignorance. Spread the propaganda. Right? They've only done a zillion studies on this kind of shit. And you can live just fine on pretty much a sugarcane diet. I mean, protein, your body makes all the amino acids it needs, fundamentally. And you really don't need protein. Just don't. But keep lying to the people. That's right. Keep lying with all the other liars. Silly liars. Liar, 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 liar. Little fat liars. Little chubby.
I, on the other hand, have had plenty of meat to last my sperm a lifetime. Okay.
So then why don't you stop eating meat then? And why don't you, be a nice guy and cut the animals a break if you've eaten enough? Stupid pig.
Knew that bacon was God's food. I told you.
Right. It beats potato chips and Twinkies. Yeah, sure. I mean, there's a zillion things you can eat that are really, really good. Really, really good. And you'd miss them if they never existed. Like an apple and an orange. Oh, yes, basic stuff like that. But no, you have to have your fried dead animal. Have some torture in your meals. Silly frickin' person.
Told you.
All right, so let me give you some
He's going to get even sillier now. Watch, this is going to be even funnier.
more interesting information, though, just
Okay.
to give you some balance.
Okay, now hold on.
Oh, yeah, see, they're going to pretend to be balanced now. Oh, we're going to pretend like we took some of this seriously. We just didn't read this crap online and then say, oh, let's do this story because it's, again, one of these controversial subjects. I mean, that's all they're doing. This is just show news. Study shows. See, it's even in the title. Show. This is show news. Not real news.
So let me keep making fun of vegetarians and vegans. Look, I believe that we are born carnivores.
Right. So you basically are retarded. I mean, you basically didn't graduate from something called like a grammar school, right? 6th grade biology? I don't know. When did I figure, well, when did I find out that I'm not a lion or a tiger or even a bear? Bears are pretty much vegetarians except for, they eat the fish. But I mean, what? Carnivore? You're born a carnivore? So how many animals have you chased down, ripped their fur off with your big giant teeth and jaws, and then were able to consume their raw flesh, that is, without getting their colon duty all over it first, and actually digest it to gain a calorie or two? Oh, that's right. You've never done that. Because you're just a silly person. You're a silly, ignorant turd pretending to be somebody who has a brain on the internet. Thank you for lying to people, propagandist.
And so, people, no, we shouldn't eat the cows. I don't know what it shouldn't mean.
I don't know what shouldn't mean. So, he thinks he's a carnivore and he doesn't know what the word shouldn't mean. Like, shouldn't put Jews in a concentration camp, or maybe Turks. Shouldn't make nuclear power plants that melt down. Well, maybe we can build one over there for you, fella. What the fuck is this crap? I don't know what shouldn't means. You don't know what harm and suffering is. You don't know that we're mammals, that we have a brain full of neurons that produces a thing called consciousness and sensation, and that the animals you torture for your glib ha-ha, oh, bacon is the food of the gods, comes at a cost. That the cost is basically you sitting out in your driveway and running squirrels over all day? I mean, if you really think about it, that's all you're doing. You're just running cats and dogs over with your car. Huh? You don't get that? Oh, that's right. You're too fucking stupid. Oh, that's right. You think we're born carnivores? I mean, you should be whipped for life for saying something that fucking stupid. I mean, you might get away with saying, well, we're born basically like a pig and we can eat anything. You might get away with saying something stupid like that. But saying we're carnivores? God, you're goddamn dumb.
It doesn't mean anything. I mean, that's... And that line...
Sure, it doesn't mean anything. Because we're nihilist glib motherfuckers. I just hope you get fucking glib nihilist motherfuckered right the fuck over on the street. I hope some glib nihilist motherfucker who doesn't know what shouldn't means, okay, fucking puts you down hard. You stupid, disgusting sack of smelly, putrid, rancid, dead flesh oozing shit.
And shouldn't eat the sheep, but they do, because that's how they were born.
No, they don't eat sheep. They eat things like gazelles and baby zebras and baby wildebeest and baby this and baby that and baby that. Yeah, that's right. They eat a bunch of little things. And they're dumb. They don't go to fucking school. They don't get to go to grammar school and learn basic biology. They don't get to do all of that stuff and have the awareness of what they're doing. So they have no idea they're causing harm and suffering. And you're just assuming that if they did have an idea, they'd be a glib motherfucking rationalizing sack of shit like you and just say something glib and stupid like, I don't know what shouldn't means. So is that what you think a lion would do with intelligence? It would stick its own head up its own ass as far as you have stuck your head up your ass? I think you're insulting lions. I don't think lions would be as dumb as you if they were smart. You dumb ass. You fat ass. Oh, good. I get to make it in 2 parts. I don't really want to do that, though. But I don't really have a... Well, I do have a choice. Fuck it.
Right? So, now, I'm being a dick, and if you like being a vegetarian or a vegan, there's nothing wrong with that. That's great. Except
this is the silliest remark. There's nothing wrong with being a nice guy, but don't imply that I have to be one. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with you not running over cats and dogs on the street. I mean, just the very idea that they would even speculate on the possibility of it being wrong not to eat meat. That it could possibly somehow be ethically wrong not to eat meat. And can you go any fucking lower? Can you shove that fat, ugly head up your ass any goddamn further? Rhetorical motherfucking question.
For the fact that your sperm suck. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No.
Yeah, like it really worried me anyway. Like I would worry about, I can't make more dumbass babies so they can come out like dumbass retards like you, a smelly sack of fat shit. God damn, if my baby came out anything like you, talking like you, looking like you, smelling like you, I would have flushed it down the toilet long ago.
And that's overall probably better for the planet. Yeah. You're probably overall healthier, so God bless your heart.
God bless your heart. So you got that one wrong too. You haven't heard there is no God, modern man. Are you a modern man or some kind of archaic moron who says things like, I'm on the alternative news and I say things like Fox News. God bless your heart. I'm sure they say God bless your heart on Fox News all the fucking time because they're fucking retarded fucking religious idiots. Which apparently you are too. Retard.
Definitely overall better for the
planet. Right, as you're about to find out, it's actually much better for your health in other regards, right? So that'll be a ha-ha on me. But I liked it, hey, you know what? I enjoy a nice steak, a burger, I bacon, and everything else in the world. All right, at least I get a little advantage on the sperm count.
Oh, yeah, whatever. Like that advantage does you any good, right? Because you're fucking probably impotent and taking Viagra, right? Let's have a contest. Let's have a who can boner up the quickest contest. Why don't they have that survey for vegans and fucking meat-eating pigorites? Okay, and let's have maybe a few more than 5 vegans in the survey, and let's just see who has better dick function overall. Why don't they do that survey and then just shut you the fuck up forever? Okay, you're going to die 10 years earlier and your dick is limper. No doubt about it. Survey says. No doubt about it.
Right.
Can you not give me that?
Look, it all really depends on...
Give you nothing. I give you nothing. That you're a smelly, retarded, stupid motherfucking sycophant to the fucking pop culture, religious traditions of bloodletting the fucking beast that you have dominion over because God says so. Not because rationality says there's anything other than just plain fucking bigotry. You're bigoted against animals because what? They can't do mathematics? Because they can't talk back? Because they can't say, no, you motherfucker, shove that bullshit up your ass? Because they can't say it? You take advantage and you pretend that they wouldn't say it? You fucking suck, you torturing, maniacal motherfucking Nazi prick.
how vegetarians and vegans get their protein. So the study...
Yeah, they don't need protein, you dumb bitch. Why don't you get some fucking, push your brains back into your fucking goddamn head, all right, and get real, okay? We don't need no goddamn fucking protein, stupid fuck. And if I did need any goddamn protein, I can get it some fucking place else besides eating some fucking other animal's ass. You dumb shit.
He did mention that if the majority of your protein comes from a product like soy, that could have a negative impact on your sperm count, right? Mm-hmm. But who knows? Maybe there are other alternatives.
Yeah, you could have just pointed out because it has basically a derivative of female hormones in it, and so yeah, it's not maybe the best thing for men to be fucking eating. They probably shouldn't be riding bicycles either. You might want to give them that advice also. Protect your junk, guys.
It's to meat that could actually help. That hasn't been explored in this study. So the one...
Yeah, well, it was mentioned in the goddamn study, so you didn't even fucking point that out. They did mention in the study that maybe these people are eating soy. Maybe. Okay, they couldn't be bothered to do that research, though, because it really wasn't a study that anybody should be reporting on, but it was a piece of shit.
One thing that I will say, though, just to kind of touch on the health benefits of being a vegetarian or a vegan, that type of lifestyle usually leads to an average lifespan of...
You see, that she has to read this. She can't remember an average lifespan of 10 years longer. She can't remember that.
89 years of age, okay? For the average American who eats meat, it's 79 years.
So, a huge to us meat eaters. They live on average 10 years longer.
Yeah, you know what? And everything else is probably longer and better, too. That's the whole fucking goddamn point. They probably live 10 years longer because they are healthier. So it's not even that they live longer, it's that they live fucking goddamn better. But that's not the goddamn point. If it made you fucking live longer to run cats and dogs over on the goddamn street, nobody would sit there and say we should run cats and dogs over on the goddamn street, would they? No! People would say, no, you can't be running my damn dog over on the goddamn street just to get some, oh, I got an extra few days life because I ran over your dog or I ran over your cat. How about we run over your fucking kids? What if eating goddamn kids gave you another 10 years of life? Would it be okay then to eat somebody else's fucking goddamn kids? Can you people be rational for one fucking minute? A little bit of goddamn something other than grotesque hypocrisy? I mean, your rhetoric is just fucking goddamn covered in the rancid, gooey, oily fat, okay, of hypocrisy, besides smelly, fucking rancid, dead animal flesh. You people are putrid. Rancid, putrid.
That is gigantic.
Don't do baby talk on the news next, why don't you? Oops, my bad.
Style usually leads to an 79 years.
Okay, we already did that part.
Gigantic. That's a decade of life. So, okay, my sperm swims a little better. Okay, but they get to be on the planet for 10 years longer.
Right, in spite of the extra pesticides that are killing their sperm. Well, slowing them down. But we don't even know if that's really happening because apparently the only people they're surveying are people in the fucking hospital. For a reason. Okay, they didn't go to the hospital to give a sperm sample. No, they were there for a reason already.
So overall, I guess that's a win for the vegetarians and vegans. The flip side is all the time they're on the...
Overall. Oh, gee. Yeah, the flip side is all the time on the planet they're, what, not eating potato chips, or apples, or oranges, or kumquats, or whatever. Some sort of
they're
pie.
not eating bacon.
Yeah, that doesn't sound so bad to me.
No. Come back, win for us.
cutting back, win for us. Win for us. Loss for the animals. You never even mention them. You never fucking even decide. No, you couldn't even give them nothing. You're such a goddamn fucking bigot. Why don't you show a picture of the pigs and the cows and the chickens? Why don't you show a picture of some milking cow just, you know, been genetically modified to produce 50 gallons of this shit a day? Why don't you show the fucking pictures of what you have done to the world, okay, to satisfy your stupid, idiotic, goddamn addiction? And it's all it is, okay? An addiction to a traditional, stupid, idiotic way of life that's been demonstrated over and over, actually billions of times demonstrated to be of no necessary value whatsoever. But just rationalize. Just keep making excuses. Just be as common and as goddamn fucking useless as you could possibly be. You might as well be called the old traditional lying propagandist Turks. Because that's all you fucking are. Propagandizing, lying scum. Fuck you. You suck. Longer. Harder. Fuckers!